Good morning again, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And I just want to talk briefly about this second stimulus update. I know a lot of people have been waiting, almost 7 months now for the second stimulus update. And I was reading a story by Susie Orman. I was telling you guys when I was out there in the cold, I'm finally in my hotel room. But nonetheless, I'm in Detroit, Michigan. It's around 30-something degrees here. I'm coming from Texas. Believe me, it's cold. But let's get right into it. So this second stimulus update should be around $908 billion, okay? And they're negotiating over this amount of money. Now, they're trying to get this done. Mitch McConnell, President Trump, they're trying to get this done before President Trump is out of office. But the only thing that they're trying to propose in this stimulus package is an extra $300 per week federal unemployment benefit. So for you guys who are living unemployment, offer that benefit, then this is good for you. Now, for everyone who's waiting for that stipend, that stimulus check, the bag, or that extra $1,200 individual or $2,400 for married couples, and also an extra $500 per child, then they're not even proposing that right now. So you guys may not see that relief that you need. Now, there's some other things that needs to be talked about in this particular stimulus update. Now, I just kind of want to give out information as far as my channel for you guys who are probably new to this channel. I don't always do stimulus updates because I think there's been a lot of this leading people on with thousands and hundreds of videos of stimulus package updates. I'm only going to do pertinent updates, okay? When I believe that things are imminent, that things are real, when I get the information, that's when I'll give a stimulus update. So I haven't done a stimulus update in months, okay? Because guess what? We haven't got a second stimulus. So essentially, that's where I'm at with that. But nonetheless, let's get into the details of what this may provide of the relief for your family. Because we know the March CARES Act and other early relief programs made priorities for recipients of stimulus rather than straightforward. Now, see, they're not making you pay your mortgage payments, correct? They're not making you pay your student loans. They're not making you pay your automobile insurance for those who called in and say, hey, listen, I got laid off because of COVID-19. My hours got reduced because of COVID-19. So there was some relief for you guys, even with your eviction moratoriums, okay? Even with your eviction moratorium, with your rent, your apartment, your condo, and also your house. But here's the thing. If this second stimulus does come before Donald Trump is out of office, they're also talking about, Joe Biden is also talking about, he may do a stimulus package as well. So that's going to be absolutely good. And this stimulus package is going to include individual monetary payments to taxpayers, okay? And some non-taxpayers, of course. But a second stimulus check could arrive at a time when some of those relief measures have expired. So all of those things I was talking about, the relief with your insurance, your house mortgage, your student loans, those things may expire by the time the second stimulus package come, because they're talking about Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, all these gurus, all these political gurus, not really, but they're talking about extending that through January 31st, okay? Through January 31st, because we need to understand that the provisions in the CARES Act that granted a payment freeze to roughly 41 million federal student loan borrowers. So if you had a federal student loan, they freezed it for you, okay? But that was just recently extended. Listen to this. That was recently extended for 1 month through January 31st. So if you have a federal student loan, they have froze it up until January 31st. Because we understand that the legislation that barred your lender or loan service for foreclosure on your home, as well as a provision giving you the right to request mortgage forbearance due to COVID-19 related financial hardships. That expires on December 31st, but that has been extended to January 31st. Okay, now some of the priorities that you guys need to look at is where you're going to spend your money. Okay, first, save. Listen to this. Save as much as you can. Save as much as you can. I can't stress this enough. This is not the time to pay things you don't have to pay, like credit cards. I'm gonna say it. I'm a big stickler, but don't go out and pay your credit cards with this money if you're unemployed and you're not getting benefits. You're not getting any money coming in. Don't pay your credit cards. You call your credit card companies. You say, hey, I need for you to freeze my payments. I don't have any money coming in. That's what I need you to do. I need you to call your credit card companies, your personal loan, your business loan, and you tell them due to COVID-19. Because here's the thing. I'm out here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm a couple of miles from the airport. And, I went to Mexico on vacation a couple of weeks ago. So in Mexico, I was eating food. I'm fine. No issues, right? I come here to the Marriott and they're like, oh, we're not serving hot breakfast. I'm like, what are y'all putting COVID-19 in the food? So COVID-19 has been the excuse for everything. Oh, we don't have those services anymore because of COVID-19. Okay. So they're now doing these little baggages. But I digress. That's just my own personal problems. But anyway, save as much as you can. Now, your next priority, because you need to have money to pay certain bills. Like if they don't extend the eviction moratorium, if they don't extend the mortgage relief, then guess what? You have to pay your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, and also your and also your insurance and your student loans, because there's no guarantee that when Biden comes into office that he's going to extend these things. So if you get that extra $300 for unemployment, if you're getting any extra money, save. Again, I can't stress it enough, because this stimulus package is going to be quite different than the first stimulus package that we've seen. Now, quite frankly, the pandemic has showed us how long a crisis with the power to cripple your finances can last. And it's been lasting this much because accordingly, the rule of thumb in your emergency fund should be 3 to 6 months. And you're already at the end of that. So essentially, you're going to hear a lot of financial advisors come out, a lot of people in the financial space. They're going to say, hey, make your emergency fund a year. Make your emergency fund a year. Okay? Because COVID-19 has proved that 3 to 6 months, that's not long enough, because guess what? In our lifetime, just going off of history, this should be the first and last pandemic, okay, that reaches like the entire world and affect every state and every city and every county. This according to history, okay? Everybody's not getting the measles or chicken pox or Ebola or anything like that. Because some people are going to say, you know what, you need to update your emergency savings fund to 8 months. 8 months to a year. And that's just the start, okay? But it could be longer than that. It could be up to a year. So a lot of you guys are looking for information according to the stimulus package. And quite frankly, the only update is that Mitch McConnell, Donald Trump, is proposing a $908 billion package to give those who are unemployment an extra $300 per week. Okay, not what you're getting right now. Let me be clear. Let me be very clear here. If you're receiving that $300 to $400 already, is this an extension? That's all that's going to be. It's not going to be an extra $300 on top of that. So excuse me if I spoke out of turn there. Okay. Now, what I want to make you guys aware of, that storing away $1,000 will put you ahead of many of your peers, many of the people that you live beside and that you work with. It will. Because according to a survey that I read by Bankrate, I love that site, it found that only 41% of people had enough savings to cover a $1,000 expense. Think about that. People don't have $1,000 to cover a $1,000 expense. And granted, this information not only is still current in COVID-19 conditions, but prior to COVID-19, okay? When we talk about binge spending and splurging and all these things, window shopping, all these things that we do to spend our money, hopefully this pandemic has curbed and turned the way some of us think about our finances. If plunking up lump sum sounds daunting, you can also build an emergency fund. And I talked about this the other day. You see how these videos are related. You can build up an emergency fund, okay? And some of you are like, well, I mean, listen, man, $50 a month, $50 a paycheck, okay, will get you $1,000 in a year. Matter of fact, think about it like this. If you save $36 a paycheck, that will get you $1,000 in a year. If you save $36 a paycheck, you will have $1,000 in a year. Now, if you want to reach around $3,500, Okay, if you want to reach around 3,500, you will have to set aside $135 per pay period. And I know that some of you can do that. Think about that right now when you guys going out and Christmas spend. I'm gonna talk about Christmas spending a little bit later. I'm gonna make that another video because it'd be too long. Because I know I'm a rant, rabble, and go crazy on that one. But nonetheless, I want you guys to keep this this information, share with anybody who needs it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make you aware that this stimulus package, if it's under Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell, who's leading this off, is going to be small. It's going to be $908 billion. It's not going to be the $2.2 trillion that you saw in March, where everybody was getting a check, everybody was getting unemployment, everybody was getting student loan relief. It's not going to be that way. They're extending a lot of those federal reliefs up until January 31st, because guess what? Joe Biden is coming into office now. Joe Biden has to do something. Okay, this is kind of like the icing on the cake. Donald Trump, like, I guess I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me read some of your notes, guys. Still a little chilly off the plane here. Let's see here. We got good morning, Charles Green. We got Shina. We got Jane. We got Senior West. Good morning. We got Jermaine Anderson. Good morning. We got Silva. Too much printing. Dollar bill losing value. Buy Bitcoin. Okay. What's up, Ross, my brother? What's going on, Travis? And we got Can Killer. What do you think of Zomatics and Toronto Therapeutic stocks? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much. We got Timeless Insights as well. Hello. I'll be on in a couple of minutes. I just want to break up these videos. And we'll talk about Christmas spending and we'll talk about some stocks, okay? Now, we understand that the UK, just to give you a little more information, we're dealing with the stocks. We understand that the UK is already administering COVID-19 vaccines to their people. Okay, so yeah, take the vaccine if you want to. That's all I'm gonna say. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired, and you better save that stimulus check if they give it to you. Peace.